Good morning, Black America. Grand Rising, beloved. I'm Crypto Stock Markets, and here's what's moving the market today. Before we talk about the weekend, let's be clear about something. On Friday morning, right here on Good Morning, Black America, I told you the bear market was here. Not coming, not approaching, here. I told you to move cautiously. I told you the pressure was building, and I told you the market was setting up for exactly what we just saw. And it didn't take months. Didn't take weeks, it took the weekend. So let's walk through how it showed up. We'll start with Friday. On Friday, the first cracks didn't come from crypto, they came from the places people usually trust. Gold, silver, so-called safe havens, and they sold off hard. Gold logged one of its steepest single-day drops in decades after recently setting record highs. Silver fell even harder on a percentage basis. Now pause right there. That wasn't a healthy pullback. That was money getting defensive. When assets people normally run to start getting sold like that, it usually means investors aren't rotating. They're raising cash, and when cash becomes the priority, everything else gets tested. That's exactly what happened next. By Saturday, that pressure showed up clearly in crypto. Bitcoin slipped below the $80,000 level, a psychological line that has been holding. Once that line broke, the tone shifted. Liquidity thinned out. Volatility picked up, leverage started feeling real uncomfortable. Then Sunday came through and removed any doubt. Bitcoin briefly traded below $75,000, the lowest levels we've seen in months. At the same time, Ethereum fell under $2,200, I believe. Those moves didn't creep in, they hit. Over the weekend, more than $2.2 billion and crypto positions were liquidated. Let that sit. That wasn't fear, that was math. Margin calls firing, positions getting closed automatically, leverage getting forced out. Ethereum took hits, altcoins followed right behind it, but here's the key, the system held up. No major exchanges froze withdrawals, no protocols failed, no infrastructure broke. This wasn't crypto falling apart, this was the bear market doing what the bear market do, cleaning things up. Now zoom out because this story was bigger than crypto. Precious metals were down. Crypto was down. Equity futures were under pressure. When different asset classes start moving lower together, that's the market tightening up. That's risk coming off the table. And tech played a role in that shift. Late last week, reports confirmed that massive proposed investments by NVIDIA into OpenAI, and this was previously discussed at a scale up to $100 billion, has stalled. Nothing exploded, no emergency headlines, but the pause mattered. NVIDIA sits at the center of the AI growth story. When capital at that level hesitates, markets start reassessing everything tied to growth. And when tech get questioned, crypto feels it too. Because in moments like this, crypto trades like high-risk tech, not like a hedge. And that relationship showed up all weekend. Now here's the part people need to understand. Big liquidation events don't usually end markets, they reset them. They flush leverage, they force discipline, they separate conviction from speculation. That doesn't mean we bounce tomorrow, but it does mean the environment has changed. And we started seeing early signs of that late Sunday. After Friday's sharp drop, gold and silver show signs of leveling out, with futures ticking modestly higher. Not a celebration, just confirmation that forced selling may be easing. So heading into this week, the questions are simple. Can Bitcoin stabilize above recent lows? Does liquidation pressure continue to fade? Does tech sentiment find firmer footing after last week's shock? This week isn't about predictions, it's about positioning, it's about awareness, and it's about understanding the environment we're actually in. Because the bear market didn't announce itself quietly, it showed up exactly how we said it would. That's where things stand as we open the new week. I'm Crypto Stock Markets, that's the market, and this has been Good Morning, Black America.